All right, today we're going to dive into one of the biggest, well, paradoxes in all of crypto, privacy. We all kind of assume our transactions are anonymous, but what if I told you they're usually not? Let's get into it.
So let me ask you this. Are your crypto transactions truly private? It sounds like a simple question, right? But for most blockchains out there, the answer is, surprisingly, a big no. We're sold this idea of anonymity, but the reality is most of crypto operates on a very, very public stage.
And this right here, this is the heart of the problem. It's the public ledger. Every single transaction, every balance, every single app you interact with, it's all out there, completely exposed. I mean, just think about it. It's like having a permanent financial trail that anyone, and I mean anyone, can analyze and follow. So what if we could flip that script? Well, that's exactly where the CLOAK Protocol comes in. It's a privacy layer that's been built from the ground up for these super fast Antelope blockchains. The whole goal is to bring that powerful Zcash level privacy to an ecosystem known for its incredible speed.
So what's the magic trick here? Well, it's a technology called zero-knowledge proofs. Now, the concept sounds complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. It lets you prove something is true without actually revealing the secret information itself. It's kind of like proving you know a secret password without ever having to say the password out loud. Pretty cool, right?
And this is how CLOAK puts that incredible tech to work. By using those zero-knowledge proofs, it can verify that a transaction is totally valid without showing any of the juicy details. You can literally see the difference. The sender, the receiver, the amount, poof, it's all hidden, creating a genuinely private transfer on the blockchain.
So how does CLOAK actually pull this off? It's not just one single trick. Nope, it's a whole system, really, built on 4 key pillars of privacy.
And here they are, the whole shebang. Shielded transactions for your assets, private dApp interactions for your activity, a dedicated CLOAK wallet that makes it all easy, and something called selective disclosure, which gives you control. Each one plays a super important part, so let's break them down.
All right, first up, we've got the absolute foundation of the whole thing, shielded transactions. This is all about making your asset transfers completely invisible.
And wow, you can really see the before and after here, can't you? On the left, you've got a typical totally public transaction, and on the right, that same transaction is cloaked. The who, the what, and the where are all gone. And get this isn't some optional feature you have to hunt for. It's privacy by default for both your tokens and your NFTs.
Okay, so sending tokens privately is huge, but privacy isn't just about sending assets, right? What about everything else you do on-chain, like using apps? That brings us to feature number 2, private dApp interactions.
This is a really critical step. By using things like private vaults and special authentication tokens, you can interact with smart contracts without broadcasting your entire strategy to the world. Basically, it means your on-chain history stops being this open playbook for anyone and everyone to see, and maybe even exploit. So you might be thinking, how on earth does a regular person, like you or me, handle all this super complex crypto stuff? Well, that's where the third piece of this puzzle fits in, the CLOAK Wallet.
Yeah, this is not just another crypto wallet. Think of it more like a self-contained privacy engine that does all the heavy lifting, all that complex cryptography right on your own computer. It works on its own on Windows, Ubuntu, and macOS, and you don't even need a classic blockchain account to use its main features.
Now, total privacy is awesome. It's powerful. But, sometimes you actually need to prove something happened. And that brings us to the last and maybe the most clever feature, selective disclosure.
And that's what this is all about. It's this perfect balance between keeping things confidential and still being accountable. So while everything is private by default, you have the power to reveal very specific details to people you trust, like an auditor. You can hand out these special viewing keys to them. It's absolutely essential for businesses or for compliance, where you have to prove something happened without opening up your entire financial history to the world.
So the takeaway here is that CLOAK isn't just hiding transactions. It's a whole system for a private life on-chain. Okay, so we've covered the what and the how. But how do you actually get your hands on this technology? Let's talk about putting CLOAK into practice.
Well, your starting point is the CLOAK app bundle. Think of it like your command center for the whole ecosystem. From right here, you can download the wallet, get to a decentralized exchange, manage a private vault, and find all the guides you need to get going. And the best part? You can actually try this out for yourself right now on the testnet. It's super simple, just 5 steps. Head over to app.cloak.today install the wallet for your computer, follow the guide to get a testnet account on Talos, grab some free test tokens from what's called a faucet, and boom, you're in and ready to explore.
Okay, this tech is absolutely fascinating. For sure. But, so what? Why does this level of privacy actually matter in the real world? Let's connect it to some actual use cases.
Let's start with DeFi. In the world of decentralized finance, if everyone can see your moves, they can get ahead of your trades. That's called front-running. Privacy here, it's a massive strategic advantage. It lets you make your moves without tipping your hand.
Okay, now let's talk about GameFi and NFTs. If you've got a super valuable collection, you don't really want to advertise that to the entire world, right? Shielding your assets keeps you from becoming a target for scammers and hackers. It protects your stuff, and it protects you.
And what about governance? Think about DAOs, or decentralized autonomous organizations. For a vote to be truly fair, it has to be private. Anonymous voting means people can vote their conscience without worrying about pressure or backlash. It protects the integrity of the whole system. And last, but definitely not least, let's look at this from a business angle. This is a total game changer. Companies can finally protect their trade secrets on a blockchain while still using that selective disclosure feature to prove things to regulators. It really is the best of both worlds.
And all of this really brings us to the biggest question of all. We've just barely scratched the surface here. If privacy isn't an afterthought, but the default, what kind of new, amazing things could we build on the blockchain? What possibilities open up? That's the future CLOAK is trying to build, and it's pretty exciting to think about.